Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some kind of old news, but it has something to do with some relatively new news. So this is something I haven't talked about in this channel because I really haven't done a lot with this channel. Actually, I just started doing normal stuff since December. But if you go back to some of my articles on Mopar Insiders back in July of 2023, we actually found out because of some leaks on the Hellcat forums that Dodge was offering a jailbreak program for the 2023 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170 program. Now, what made this thing unique was that apparently Dodge had selected, I think around 40, they sent out like 40 invites from what we heard to certain what they call ambassadors of the Dodge Demon program. Now, these were like famous people, actors, actresses, musicians, and stuff that had been involved with the Demon somehow. But according to what we heard, there was 40 invitations, and they had the chance to spend an extra $30,000 on their Demon 170 car to make it a special one-of-one custom. So what Dodge would do is they sent, these 40 people, not only a special invitation, but they sent them like a box. And it had color examples from modern colors that weren't available on the 2023 car and some heritage colors that weren't available on the 2023 car. And we never got to really know the list of what was actually posted too much because people said different things. We also don't know how many people actually accepted the program because Dodge never actually said anything official about it other than that they were offering it to select people. So, very unique program. We didn't hear a lot about it, and it was funny because that was July of 2023. If we go to February of 2024, Racer X, who everybody kind of knows on here from his YouTube channel, he went to a local dealer that he deals with, and they had a one-of-one Panther Pink Demon 170 jailbreak there that somebody had ordered. So he actually got to shoot the car, and we did see it for the first time, and it was kind of cool because this is the very first jailbreak we've actually heard of. And, of course, it's Panther Pink, so it really stands out. So everybody knows the kind of legacy that Panther Pink has, mainly because, you think about 1970, they had it as a special color, and it was only built for about a month and a half before one of the executives said, "We're not building pink cars," and he canceled it. And then a very few got built for 1971 before the program was canceled. So some of the most rare and most expensive Mopars from the muscle car era are Panther Pink, that's what the Dodge colors were called, or Moulin Rouge is what Plymouth calls them. So this car was really cool because it stood out big time, not just because of its pink color, but because of kind of the heritage behind that color. So that was the first one we seen. And then a few months later, I wrote this up. This is back in June of 2024. Now, if you know who Kenny Wayne Shepherd is, the famous musician, he is a huge Mopar guy. He's got a really kick-butt Dodge Charger. He's got a whole bunch of Mopars. He's been a diehard Mopar guy forever. And he actually has a 2018 Demon 170, or Demon, just the standard Demon. So when he went to go order a Demon 170, Dodge actually reached out to him and offered him the chance of ordering one of these one-of-one cars. So he did, and he paid the extra $30,000 and got his ordered in petty blue. Now, he did a whole video on his YouTube channel, and he kind of let us in on some information that Dodge supposedly didn't tell the rest of us. So the first thing he said was that Dodge executives had told him that his car was one of 28 that was ordered with the jailbreak program. So we don't know what colors were picked. We don't know who got them. We really don't. And people have been very quiet about them because I'm pretty sure that these collectors are sitting on them for a while. But nonetheless, it was cool to see his car. He was really proud of it. He walked around, did a whole video on it. And if you go to his YouTube channel, it's actually a really in-depth video of him actually picking it up for delivery at the dealership. So it's really cool. Fast forward to today. Now, I'm a huge person that likes to go on to the auction sites and kind of like scrounge for, really cool auction vehicles. So I was on BringATrailer, and that Panther Pink Demon 170 that we've seen in Racer X's video is now up for grabs on BringATrailer. So this is an article that I wrote for later today on Mopar Insiders, going through the whole car. We found a lot more information about it, and we get pictures of certain things that make the Demon 170 jailbreak different for the first time we actually get to see this stuff. And it's kind of cool because, again, not many people have seen what the package offered other than the paint. So if we go over to BringATrailer, here's the auction. And right now there's a current bid of $300,000 with 3 days left in the auction. So I'm doing this very late Sunday night. So basically Tuesday is the end of the auction. But we can go through and kind of see some of these pictures. There's a lot of pictures, which are really cool. There isn't a whole lot of news other than that we get to, see the car in more angles and better photos because these are all like, HD quality photos and that. But we do get to see some really cool things with the photos. The first thing is, let's open some of these up. We're going to go through and I'm going to show you what makes the Demon 170 Jailbreak so unique. The first thing is you get a special badge on your car. And a lot of people heard about it but didn't get to see it. So this is actually where you get the last call badge on the driver's side. This badge is actually put on the passenger side. So you can see it's still got the tape on it and stuff. And it says paint code Panther Pink 1970. So that's the actual year that the color came out. And it has its original code of M3. So this is an actual M3 coded car. So this is painted with the actual same paint that the 1970 and very few 1971 cars would get. So, and then it has obviously the VIN number and then the owner who wants to be, anonymous. So they scratched out. But on the bottom it says 101 and it has Jailbreak. Very cool. But what makes it really stand out is the Robbie logo in the background is the color of the car. So if you got one of these cars, each one of these badges was totally different. Not only was it unique to have the VIN, but it's unique because it has the color on the plate. Something really cool. Another thing that we get to see in these photos is the box and how they actually sent these supposed owners the choice of picking their car. So this is a box that they got, and basically inside is two things of one of modern colors and one of heritage colors in what kind of color, like basically paint chips that people can choose from. So if we go through, there's a little note here that came with the box, and we actually get to see, here's Panther Pink, and this is in the heritage colors, and you can see their PPG colors, and it says Disler Automotive Finishes. So we can go through and see there's all the heritage colors. There's even a cool brown. I don't even know who chose the brown color, but it looks pretty cool. We do get to see the original Plum Crazy, which is really cool. Sublime, all these original colors. So there's a lot of them. And then again, there's modern colors. The only problem is we don't get to see the modern colors in this because obviously this car isn't a modern color one. But we do get to see the invitation that people got for the very first time. So it says, welcome to the invitation-only Jailbreak 170 program, offering you the exclusive opportunity to turn your 2023 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170 into a confirmed 101 by having it painted in one of these 40 options at the MSRP of $30,000. Choose from either an original heritage color offered on the 1970 Dodge Challenger or a modern color selected by the Dodge design team. Colors are first come, first served based on when we receive your top 3 selections. So basically you had to choose 3 because who knows if somebody actually beat you to it. Choose wisely and choose fast. To confirm your participation, please reply to this email and list at least your top 3 selected paint color samples, including the color name and code found on the back of the sample in a priority order, and any previous satin black or interior selection edit requests. So basically if you wanted the graphics that are on the hood and stuff, that's what you got to choose as well. Colors are first come, first served based on when we receive your selections. We'll either reply and confirm your color, or we will call you to make an additional selection if need be. And then it gives a number, and then it says basically here that the paint selections had to be basically chosen by Friday, July 7th, 2023. So if you go back to my article came out way after they actually had the chance to select the colors, because that's when we were learning about it. People were really quiet about it because they wanted to make sure that they got one of these one-of-one cars before we actually started hearing about it. So again, a very unique program. We didn't get to actually see a lot about it. And we didn't get to hear a lot about it, but now we are, because this car is up for auction. And then here, again, here's the back of the actual paint. So we get to see that the original OEM code was M3 and the PPG paint code is 2260. And then if you read the very back, it says here, these exclusive Dodge color selections from PPG are presented to you in partnership with Stellantis and Penske Vehicle Services. So Penske was the one who actually went through and customized these cars. Very cool. Something we never got to see. You know, Dodge never like disclosed this to the public. So again, this is the first time we're actually getting to see this stuff. So really cool. It's going to be very interesting to see how much this car goes for. Another really unique thing is this car actually includes like the canter set, the decanter set, and all that other stuff that all the other owners got. But if you, well, let's see here. Let me go to the very bottom and I'll show you this picture real quick. So this is out of the 33, and I think, what was it, 3,312 cars that were built. There's 2,339. Or this one's 2,339, and you can see this is the original vent. But if you got a 101 car, you got a special passenger vent as well. Let me see if I can pull it up here, right here. So basically, it says the number on there, and it says it was built for, and the person again wants to be anonymous. So it's kind of cool, something a little, you know, customizable. You know, it's kind of sad that somebody's selling their car, but nonetheless, it's going to be very interesting because we've seen Demon 170 prices come way down recently just because of, you know, there's been a lot of things going on with this car. You know, there's been a silent recall on, you know, spark plugs. There's been issues with some of them. And it seems like the 2018 cars have been holding their value pretty good, where basically a lot of people overpaid for these Demon 170s. But because this is a one-of-one car and it has that jailbreak program with, you know, the exclusive stuff to it, there's a lot of history in this car. Apparently, there's only 36 miles on this car, which it shows in one of the pictures. So it'll be very interesting to see what this car goes for. Now, the sticker on it was $150,000, just a little bit over. And now it's going for, at least the current bid is $300,000. So we'll see if it actually, you know, picks up in the next 3 days. It's something I'm going to be very interested to watch because, again, this is a very unique Mopar. And, you know, it's going to be a very big thing once it gets, you know, sold, because again, this is the first jailbreak car that we've seen for the Demon 170 go up for auction. So anyways, stay tuned. I'm going to be posting more about this car once it, you know, I might be saying something in a live stream. I probably won't do another video. I might do a little update in the bio or description of this video for it, for like how much it goes for. But nonetheless, stay tuned. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about it, probably in a live stream, about what this car goes for. But very cool thing. Check out BringATrailer. Check out Mopar Insiders later today. You can see more pictures and stuff about it. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.